She abandoned him on a stormy Tuesday. No farewell, no message. Just a cradle left at my office entrance, our child wrapped in a blanket that retained her scent. I remained there, soaked from the downpour, gazing at the small hand waving gently. Within the wrap, there was merely a creased note with 3 phrases: "He's your responsibility." That marked the moment I ceased being a spouse and began a completely different role. Her family visited my home 2 days afterward. They avoided inquiring about his well-being. They provided no assistance. They simply lingered in their elegant wraps and luxury timepieces, gazes piercing like blades. "She's departed," her mom stated bluntly. "We have no idea of her location. He's your load now. Avoid contacting us." They pivoted and exited before I could respond. For a decade, they remained absent, and during those years, I nurtured my boy by myself. I prepared his meals, escorted him to classes, instructed him on cycling, repairing a dripping tap, knotting a necktie. We created a bond, one they never believed possible from me. They overlooked the evenings I labored until my vision blurred, solely to maintain our shelter. They missed the anxious nights I stayed by his side during illnesses, timing the intervals between his hacks. They failed to witness him, how intelligent, determined, and vibrant he grew. They ignored everything until they desired him. The legal notice came in a tidy ivory packet. The text inside was harsh: request for guardianship. Their accusation: I had deliberately and spitefully separated them from their grandchild, that I had turned him against them, that I was an unsuitable guardian. Upon completing the read, my grip was firm, because they were unaware of my possession. The evening she departed, I didn't merely discover the message. I uncovered her device, still active on her profiles. I refrained from browsing immediately. I paused. Since fury flares intensely, but vengeance operates calmly. In the following half-year, I saved all details: communications, financial shifts, texts to contacts listed by initials alone. I followed lodging reservations, money extractions, and single-direction trips. I discovered she hadn't fled from distress. She'd escaped with another person, someone with a history, someone her folks had compensated repeatedly to remain silent. Her mom's approval appeared on those transactions. Her dad's tone was captured in an audio, directing an agent to ensure the issue disappears. The issue was myself. I assembled the dossier gradually over the years. Once I could hire legal counsel, I delivered a duplicate and directed him to store it securely, undisturbed until I instructed. Now in that court setting, I faced them across the space. Her family, immaculate, refined, flanked by their expensive lawyers. My boy waited in a nearby area, sketching heroes, happily oblivious. Their counsel depicted me as a resentful individual, holding onto a kid from malice. I permitted it, as when victory is assured, the orations are irrelevant. When my opportunity arrived, I rose. I delved into my case and passed the secured binder to the magistrate. Dense, weighty, containing years of effort. He unsealed it, scanned the initial sheet, then the next. By the third, his brows lifted. He reclined in his seat and regarded me above the documents. "Do they realize what you possess?" he inquired softly. I simply affirmed. The remainder was hushed. He perused for an entire 10 minutes. Nobody stirred in the chamber. The rustle of pages flipping was the sole noise disrupting the atmosphere. When he addressed them, his tone had altered. "This is profoundly concerning." Her family fidgeted in their positions. Her mom's fingers clenched her gem choker. The magistrate directed his attention to their representative. "I firmly recommend your patrons rethink their request. Advancing could subject them to substantial judicial repercussions." Her dad inclined toward her mom, murmuring sharply. She declined with a head shake. The magistrate's stare divided them. "Do you intend to proceed?" They held back from replying, not immediately. Then her dad grumbled, "We retract." The space cleared swiftly. Their lawyers evaded my glance. Her family passed me without utterance. But her mom eyed the binder in my grasp as if it could explode. It already had, just not in her visible range yet. Outside, my boy dashed toward me, displaying his artwork. "It's us," he declared with pride. In the image, I sported a cloak. We headed to the vehicle. I secured him, ignited the motor. Through the back mirror, I spotted them observing from the opposite side, their expressions ashen. They understood it wasn't concluded, because I retained each duplicate of every document, and I had never vowed to maintain silence. Folks believe vengeance stems from fury. It doesn't. It's about endurance. About allowing your foes to step into the snare you constructed 10 years prior. They abandoned an infant at my threshold and declared he was my load. They were correct, but they never comprehended he was also my purpose. and now he belonged to me eternally.